Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. The show has an AL East matchup. It's the Boston Red Sox and the Toronto Blue Jays. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about set. And towing the slab in this one, Bowden Francis. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to...
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there, on its way, gone. The first batter of the game leaves the yard, and that gives them a lead. It's 1-0. One pitch, one swing, one home run.
Yeah, you could say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact. Oh, so much for settling into this game, Boog. No courtesy first pitch take right there. He was ready from the second he stepped into the box, got a pitch to hit, jumped all over it. I tell you what, that'll fire up the guys in your dugout.
Now it's Devers at the plate. Devers, the baby-faced assassin. Fastball for a strike. It's 0-1. Francis, a 6'5" righty, 28 years old. And he was drafted in the 7th round back in 2017. Here comes the 0-1. Right through there for a strike.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
Next pitch is outside.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Oh, he hit him. And that got him pretty flush. He had him 1-2, and he ends up hitting him with a pitch. Man at first. Now the third baseman, Alex Bregman. There goes the runner. Swing and a miss. Throw to second.
Usually when you see a team try to steal a base in the early innings, it tells you they want to be aggressive on offense. Try to force the defense to make plays and slow them down. That's exactly what they did right there. So we'll see if that caught stealing changes the offensive approach moving forward.
Outside low, and the count is 1-1. Upstairs. Next offering upstairs. Red Sox already leading. Swing and a miss, 3-2 now.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
On the ground to the left. And it gets by him.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Here's Trevor Story now. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. It falls in, and that's a knock. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds it second with one gone.
Wastes no time there. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Two on, one out. Now it's the right fielder, Wilyer Abreu. Slider for a strike.
At this point, the clean inning is over. Got to settle in, focus on the hitter, and get out of it with minimal damage.
On a line out towards center. That's a base hit. stop sign goes up at third, and the bases are loaded.
Everything came together for him. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee. Now the bases loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
And here is number 28 on the ground, 2 ball. Off balance speed, there's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
I promise you, there are guys that get a little bit faster when they can smell an RBI. That was a possible inning-ending double play. Great hustle, and he gets rewarded with the RBI because of it.
Now batting Tristan Casas. Here's a guy who's been struggling so far this year. It's only late April, but still hoping he'll turn it around soon. Ball one there. And that's in the dirt. 2-2. 2 on, 2 outs. Swings and misses, struck him out. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the Red Sox 2 and the Blue Jays coming up. Back now in Toronto. And on the hill, it's Walker Buehler.
Well, no doubt about it. He's going to have to put together some consistently good performances in order to bring that ERA down. Now, he's got good stuff. He's just got to be able to have confidence, trusted, and really go after hitters, not nibble. Trust that his stuff can have late life and miss barrels of bats.
We go to the bottom of the first. And now for the Jays, Bo Bichette. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That one opts against the fence. And that's a leadoff double.
A little more backspin on that instead of the top spin. And he's jogging around the bases rather than pulling up at second.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game. Kicks and fires. That one fouled off. Man at second. Fouled off down the right side. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Durant makes the grab. And there's one down. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. Trailing by a couple of runs already, and I'm sure they'd like to erase that deficit quickly.
Yeah, you don't want to let this deficit get into your head and you're trying to just make up the difference with one swing and you really don't have the base runners on. You've got to contribute, keep the line moving, and all of a sudden you have a big inning, everything shifts, and you find yourself in the driver's seat.
Anthony Santander in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. That catches the top part of the zone. Strike one. Line drive, caught. Throw behind the runner, and they've got him doubled off. Back here at Rogers Center, top of the second. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Ceddanne Rafaela. Francis back to work. That misses the zone. 1-0. Saying he wasn't very sharp in the first, got hit around a little bit, just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff for the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's...
Can't pick it up with the bare hand. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this.
This was the perfect spot to drop the bunt for a hit. I mean, he used his bat as a tool up there to direct the ball exactly where he wanted it to go and look smooth doing it at the same time. Really well done. And the defense right there stood no chance.
Man at first, nobody out. And now it's the catcher for the Red Sox, Carlos Narvaez. And that's way high. And that's ball one.
If it were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base. But this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
Francis throws over. Rafaela back on a dive. Rafaela on at first. Nobody out. And that misses. And the count now 2-0. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
In for a strike. 2-1 now.
2-1.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. In the air, out towards right center. Springer on the move. And he makes the catch. And there's one away.
Up next for the Red Sox, left fielder Jarren Duran.
Now batting Jarren Duran. He's already homered in this game. Fastball for a strike.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get one out first. It's going to be tough to get two with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
Swing and a miss. And that's strike two. That one to first, dive, and he's got it. There's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Just a beautiful play right there to get it out. He dived to make the stop. Then a nice feed from his knees. Knew he didn't have time to get up and make that throw. The throw beats the runner. That's that internal clock working.
Devers now. Check on the runner. And he's out. And they got him. That ends the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. And here's the veteran outfielder, George Springer. Walker Buehler will go back to work. And that one upstairs, ball one. Pitch misses there, and it's 2-1.
One strike.
begin swinging. And next for Toronto, Alejandro Kirk. That's in there. And it's 0-1. One down, base is empty. On the ground, right side. And that one handled. Sends it to first.
Yep,
Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2. And now it's Dalton Varsho.
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing them down. He's settling in. You got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout, do whatever it takes.
That one ripped. A dive, and he can't haul it in. Around first and hustling for second. And he's in there standing up with a 2-out double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
So up next, Ernie Clement. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the 3rd out. One left for Toronto, and they're down 2-0. And we're back, all set for the start of the inning. And it's Rafael Devers in the box. And a fastball in there for a strike at 91. Swings through that one.
0-2.
Pitch misses.
That's away.
Now 1-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That's down and in. A slider missed. Two. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
3-2 now. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. And now it's Alex Bregman. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. He swings and fouls one off. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
No,
That one a little bit high. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that just misses.
Still just
3
the
and 2.
second batter of the inning, and on the mound, he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
That's a nice at bat and a great take on 3-2. Probably could have gone either way in that spot around the knees.
One down. Here's Story now. A single his first time. In there for strike one. Bregman, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. To short, could be two. He's in there.
Now batting, right fielder, William Abreu.
And now the right fielder, Wilyer Abreu. And he's already singled in this game. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get two. Get out of this.
And that one's a little bit low. And that's ball two.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch. That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Way high.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate, runners in scoring position, and a hitter's count.
Swing and a miss. And now it's filled up 3-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Caught him looking for the K.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Now it's the second baseman. Just missed. Activity in the bullpen. Yariel Rodriguez appears to be getting loose. First and second, two down. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. That misses, and now 2-0. That one drifts inside. Tristan Casas on deck for Boston. And that is in for a strike. And the count is 3-1. 2 on, 2 outs. And that one pulled foul. And they're all loaded up.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Tristan Casas up next for the Red Sox. Went down on strikes his first time through. That one in the dirt. Ball 1.
Maybe losing command a little bit after the walk. Next pitch, not even close.
And that one fouled off. So they're all loaded up with 2 outs. Next offering is in for a strike. Up the middle. Gets it to first. Out to escape a bases loaded jam unscathed. Red Sox leave them loaded, but they're on top 2-0. Set for the bottom of the third. Here's Andres Jimenez. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Catcher tosses the mask, settles under it, puts it away for the out. One down.
Batting ninth, left fielder, Miles Straw.
So up next for Toronto, Miles Straw. Slice to right, and that's a fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in, but he's in there easily.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
Bo Bichette up to the dish, and a foul ball. One out and a runner at second. Oh, he doesn't get the call. 1 ball, 1 strike. Headed towards the corner. And that is a foul ball. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Bueller fires.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Got him looking. 2 away.
Just locked him up right there for the second out, and that's an at-bat he's probably going to be thinking about for a little while. Didn't pull the trigger. Not how you want to go down in an RBI spot, so now you got to hope your teammate behind you can pick you up.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Fly to left his first time. Cut on and lifted in the air. Duran under it. Brings it in. And that is the inning. Blue Jays held in check. They trail things here 2-0. On to the fourth. And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder, Ceddanne Rafaela. Rafaela in his second season, 24 years old, and he's a native of Curacao. And now 2-1.
2-1.
Way out front for strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
That's too low, and the count's full.
Okay.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Almost a coin flip for the umpire in that call, but most umpires just don't want to give pitchers a break up in the zone like that.
Narvaez.
So a man at first. So stepping in for Boston, Carlos Narvaez. He's 0 for 1. That one misses, and that's ball 1.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
Red Sox leading it by 2. And a foul ball. Towards first, and foul ball. High fly ball, shallow right field. Springer hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, left fielder Jaron Duran.
Here comes the manager out of the Blue Jays dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Bowden Francis gives way. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching.
Yariel Rodriguez gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Well, at this point of the ball game, we're talking about middle innings, and you need a little length out of this arm coming out of the bullpen. We'll see just how many outs he's able to give his skipper.
Now here's the Red Sox leadoff hitter, Jarren Duran. He's already homered here in this one. Runner on the move. There's a ball. Throw to second. Great jump, and that is a stolen base. It wasn't even close. Red Sox by 2. Swings through that one for strike 1.
1-1. Ball hot.
And that's downstairs. And now 3-1. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. It's offline. The run comes in. It's 3-0.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
Man aboard, and here is Devers. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second, and he's out.
That goes to show you stealing a base is a tough thing to do and far from a sure thing, even with big-time speed. It's not easy to catch him, but that was a great catch and throw. Quick, not rushed, and accurate.
Two outs, base is empty. That's inside. And the count even 1-1. That's inside.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Fought off foul. Two down, nobody on. That one ran inside, almost got him. Good job to fight that one off. Swings here and drives one well left field, way back, and you can't forget it. It's his 6th home run of the season, and they add a run. It's 4-0.
Those are the at-bats that leave pitchers exhausted. He had to throw a lot of pitches and still gave up the long ball. That's a bad combo. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spit on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
Now it's Alex Bregman. Foul ball. Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in. Top half of inning number 4. On the ground, out to short. Whips it to first. And they get Bregman for the out. And that will end the inning. So they get 2 runs on 2 hits. One of them left the yard. On now to the bottom of the 4th. The Red Sox 4 and the Jays nothing. Back now in Toronto. John Chambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Anthony Santander. And first offering is fouled off. Can't glove it cleanly. Still manages a throw, and they get him. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out. And the batter is George Springer. Struck out swinging his first time. Just missed. 1 out, base is empty. And another ball. And that's off the inside edge. And it's 3-0.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
And he walked him.
4, take your base.
Well, just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. In steps the man they call Captain Kirk. He's 0 for 1. Bueller checks over to first, and he's back. And ball 1. Double play ball to second. Slinging it to first in time.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And now the center fielder, Dalton Varsho, doubled his first time. That one misses, and that is ball 1. Two outs and 1 in scoring position. Just off the inside edge.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left. We're headed to the 5th. The Red Sox 4 and the Jays nothing. We go to the top of the fifth. Here's Trevor Story. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. That's off the inside corner. 1-0. And you played behind guys, and they love having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does. Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, a great back and forth, and that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow, Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Pickoff move to first. Story back into the dive. Abreu in now. Takes ball one off the plate.
You know, these Red Sox really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Story on the move. That's in for a strike. Throw, and they got him. Ripped to short. Fires over to Guerrero. And that's an out.
Now batting, second baseman, Christian Campbell.
Here's the second baseman. That one is upstairs. Next offering is downstairs. On the corner at the knees for a strike. Next offering misses. And now 3-1.
3-1.
And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Has room, and he makes the catch. Red Sox go down quietly, but they're in front 4-0. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Here's the third baseman, Ernie Clement. Bueller back to work. That clips a corner.
Well, these Jays looking to string together better at bats when they have runners on, but it just hasn't happened for them yet. They've had their chances with runners in scoring position, but nobody's been able to deliver a big hit in those situations.
Bueller winds and fires. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Now batting.
So digging in, Andres Jimenez. First time up was a pop out. And that one fouled off.
And you got to give some credit to the other side as well. They've been able to get out of a few tough jams, but frustration is mounting for this offense, no doubt.
Nice curveball for a strike. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Straw stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Swinging a foul, pushed off to the right, and that will get out of play.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
Outside low, and that's ball 2. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. This one lifted in the air, left field. Brings it in with a nice running grab. And that is that. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. The Red Sox 4 and the Jays nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top of the 6th inning. And stepping in for Boston, Tristan Casas. And first offering is fouled off. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Ooh, missed a mistake right there.
That one not close, and it's 1-2. Stays alive.
Now he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
And it's even up. Ground ball to the right side. Guerrero handles, throws to first. 1 up, 1 down. And stepping in is the speedy Cedar Rafaela. And a strike on the outside edge.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, that pitch wasn't even close to being a strike, and that just goes to show you how defensive hitters can become when they're up against an 0-2 count. You're just hoping for a mistake somewhere near the zone that you can get the bat to, but right there, he was clearly anxious. He was swinging when the ball left the hand.
Narvaez, the next to hit, takes outside. Swinging a foul out of play. Close one, doesn't get the call. And it's 2-1.
Just missing off the plate there, according to the umpire. And out there on the mound, Maybe trying to get an explanation. Can't say he's convinced, but it looks like he's accepted it.
That one fouled off, 2-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
And it remains 2-2. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. The next offering misses. And that's ball 3.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
And they'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Outside, and that is ball 4. That's a great at-bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk. Jarren Duran up next for the Red Sox. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1.
He's so solid, calms the heart rate of the pitcher and the manager when the ball goes up in the air. You just automatically assume that it's an out every time it's hit in the air.
Next offering in there for a strike. And the count even at 1.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City.
Jimenez throw to first. And that is that. So it's no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. The Red Sox 4 and the Jays nothing. Back here at Rogers Center, bottom of the 6th. And the batter will be the shortstop, Bo Bichette. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. Abreu makes the play, and there's 1 down.
Now batting, the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Now the number 2 hitter, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 0 for 2 in this one. And that's too high. Remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed. Next offering way off the plate.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. The Blue Jays down by 4 here in the bottom of the 6th. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Nabs it, 2 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Sliced hard, but foul.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now. Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
And downstairs.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
2 outs. Line to left, and that is that. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays. They're down 4-0. Out of the bullpen for the Jays, Jimmy Garcia. He last pitched 2 days ago.
Jimmy Garcia.
Here's Rafael Devers.
Leading off for Boston, the designated hitter, Rafael Devers.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Garcia, 34-year-old vet, he joined the team as a free agent. And that is out of play. Swings and misses. And the count 1-2.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
And a foul ball, he stays alive.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Fastball is outside. Inside. Full count, 3-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Goes down looking.
Really good battle right there, and that final pitch probably could have gone either way. He was hoping he'd get ball 4. Instead, the umpire rings him up for the backwards K.
Here's Alex Bregman. He's been a great free agent sign. That one clips the outside corner, and that is strike 1. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Soft contact in the air. Jump throw, and very nicely done for the out.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball. And then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance, had to try to, in the air, get his shoulders turned and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the Boston cleanup hitter, Trevor Story. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Check swing, he went too far, and it's a strike.
0-2.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Nothing doing for Boston. They lead 4-0. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th, Justin Slayton.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. He is struck out, and he is walked. Check swing, called strike. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Greg Weiser up and loosening in the pen. That one at the knees for a strike. Outside low. Now 1-2.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Here's a 1-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. That missed by a lot. It's 2-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. That was the sweeper, but it missed. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
That could jumpstart an offense that's really struggled to score in this one. Don't want to wake a team up with the free pass.
Now here is Alejandro Kirk. He's grounded out a couple of times. Just missed.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
That one missing inside. Springer gets his lead at first with nobody out. And there's a strike.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
Here's a 2-1. There's a strike. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. Abreu. And there's one away.
Now batting, the center fielder, Dalton Varsho.
Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. 1 for 2. That misses. Ball 1. Man at first, one away. Swung on, belted. That one's back. Get out of town. And they cut into the deficit. It's 4-2. They needed that one, Singy.
Indeed they did. They've been fighting to get back into this game, and just like that, they're back in it. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Justin Slayton departs. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. So they bring on the veteran, Brennan Bernardino.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
So one out, nobody on. Now the third baseman, Ernie Clement. Gets the outside corner with that one. Still only one out here in the inning. To the left side, but it is well foul. Right side, and that's a foul ball. Got him looking, and he did not like the call. Now it's the second baseman, Andres Jimenez. And that drops in for a strike.
Looks like he sacrificed a pitch right down the middle for tracking and timing. Some good hitters will do that.
Late with the swing there.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in. Here at the bottom of the 7th. And a swing and a miss. That's the inning. This homer cuts into Toronto's deficit. It's now 4-2. Back after this on the show. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Number 68. This southpaw has been really good against left-handed hitters. Wilyer Abreu getting ready to hit. 1 for 3. Up and in, and that's ball 1.
That one called just inside, I think, and on the mound, he's trying to get a little bit of an explanation. Doesn't seem to be too bothered by it, though, but he clearly thought it clipped the corner.
Next one off the plate inside. Now 2-0. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Swings and misses at the sweeper.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
And it remains 2-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And that's where the swing. It's a strikeout. Here's the second baseman. Just missed. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Rendon Little, a lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Green warming up as well. That misses the zone, and it's 2-0. One down, base is empty. And another ball. And that's ball 4.
Take your base.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
Man at first with 1 gone. Now here is Tristan Casas. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. That one's in there. Strike 1. Swing and a high fly ball to left. That's out number 2.
Now batting, the center fielder, Cesar Rafaela.
Here's the center fielder, Cesar Rafaela. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. And he dodges that fastball. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Jimenez sizes this one up, tries to make the play, but it's foul. And the 1-2 misses to even the count. Ground ball up the middle. They take the force out, and that is the third out of the inning. No runs, no base hits, no errors, and a runner left. Last half of the 8th coming up. The Red Sox 4 and the Blue Jays 2. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Justin Wilson.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
And now it's going to be Miles Straw. Out there to center. Grabs it on the run. And there's one down.
Nothing instills more confidence in a team than a center fielder who makes a great play like that on the run. They can feed off the energy he brings just from his playmaking abilities.
Bichette, batting with one down, takes a strike. The Red Sox with some bullpen action. Aroldis Chapman, the veteran southpaw, is getting ready to come on if needed. There's a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Breaking ball, and that got him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. And now for the Jays, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run.
Inside, backs him off again.
Straighten him up a little bit.
And fouled off. Tying run at the plate. Swing and a liner, base hit out into right center field. Around second is Bichette. Runner around third on his way to the plate. He'll score easily.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock. Really important at bat coming up now.
So the tying run in scoring position now. Anthony Santander at the plate. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Got the pitch that he wanted. Just a little bit quick. Front shoulder open. Backside collapsed a little bit, and the launch angle not where he needed it to be.
Here's George Springer. A couple of walks and a strikeout. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog, not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
That one outside, and that is ball 1.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
So the tying run at second. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Blue Jays down a run. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
Two.
In the dirt, and an excellent job keeping it right there. Man on second, 2 down. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. That pitch just misses the inside corner. And now 3-2. Alejandro Kirk in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Hard hit down the line and left. And it's off the wall. Throws to second. Tag out. They cut down the go-ahead run at second. But one run does score on the play before the inning ends. So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left on. 9th inning coming up, and we are tied 4-4. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Jeff Hoffman.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Now the catcher up to hit, Carlos Narvaez. And there's a ball. Tied at 4. Popped up. Clement. One up, one down.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
And the batter now, Jarren Duran. And a ground ball to first, and it's just foul. That was close. All tied up here at the top of the 9th. And that's off the inside edge. And it's 1-1. Action in the pen down there. Dylan Tate, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. And now 2 balls and a strike.
Really been able to slow down the game tonight with his at-bats, and the biggest one he's had so far, he doesn't look anxious at all.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. I really think the outer half is open.
And that one is downstairs, and it's 3-2. Rafael Devers in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. The kick, the 3-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. And, Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Rafael Devers up to hit. Fouled off. He was late. Four in the 9th. That one almost got him. And that one hit to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Nothing across here this half. 5, 6, and 7 will lead things off in the bottom of the 9th. And we are tied 4-4. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th. Greg Weissert. Here's the catcher to hit, Alejandro Kirk. 0 for 3 in this one. That misses off the outside edge. And now 2-0. And another ball. Dalton Varsho in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here.
focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
No outs, runner at first. Dalton Varsho will hit next. Tap foul at the plate. Swing a high fly ball deep left field. Duran reaching back towards the wall. Grabs it right up against the wall.
Third baseman, Ernie Clement.
So up next, Ernie Clement. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Boston's bullpen with some activity. Aroldis Chapman, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. One down, winning run on at first. High fly ball out to left field. Makes the grab, and there are two outs.
Now batting, second baseman, Andres Jimenez.
Stepping in, Andres Jimenez. Misses off the plate. 1-0. Just missed.
Oh, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Trying to send this to extra innings. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Dives, but it's off his glove. The throw comes in too late, and they don't get an out on the play.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Pinch hitter coming on, Nathan Lucas.
Big at bat here, so looking for a better matchup with a left-handed bat.
Ball one, no strikes. Winning run stands at second. That one the other way. Base hit. And they hold the winning run at third here, as it'll take another two-out hit to win this one.
One of the hardest things to do in the game, to stay mentally and physically ready for the big opportunity, and he came through for his club right there.
Bichette gets a chance to hit. Known for his late inning heroics. And that one fouled off. Next pitch is outside.
One ball, one
So
strike.
they're all loaded up. On the ground to third. Fires across the diamond. That's the third out, and we're headed to extras. So they can't come up with the winning run, and that means we'll have to go a little longer here tonight to find a winner. And we are tied 4-4. So remaining in the game defensively, Nathan Lucas. He'll be the new left fielder after entering the game as a pinch hitter. So digging in, Alex Bregman.
Listen, there's absolutely no reason to pitch to this guy right here. You nibble, you see if he'll expand his zone, but don't give him anything to hit. If you walk him, not a big deal. You have a double play opportunity set up.
There's a swing and a
No
miss.
ball, one strike.
This to third. Clement over to first. And here in the 10th, the leadoff man is out.
Deceptive slider right there. Stayed in the tunnel a long time. Got that hitter out front. Rolled over it. Put it on the ground.
Now a move being made at second base. And on to run for the Red Sox, David Hamilton. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Trevor Story up next for the Red Sox.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Hoffman checks the runner. Hamilton back in on a dive. The shortstop takes the ball. And a swing to miss.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Out to short. Bichette whips it to first. 2 in a row set down to start the 10th.
Right fielder,
Wilyer Abreu up next for the Red Sox.
It's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
And another ball.
2 balls, no strike.
2 down. Go ahead run in scoring position. The other way. Base hit. Around third. Here's the throw, but it's offline. He will score.
No, that at-bat had a lot riding on it. Certainly a pivotal swing of the bat in this ball game. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
So 2 down. Now it's the second baseman. First offering misses badly for ball 1. Bounced up the middle. Bichette throws to first. That ends the frame. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now a 5-4 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Aroldis Chapman.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Vladdy Jr. stepping to the dish now.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
First pitch misses.
Well, in this situation with the runner on second, you've got to get him up to third. Think back up to middle or to right field.
So the tying run at second. And he gets that fastball by him upstairs.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. I mean, you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it, but this is where they earn their keep.
In the air, center field. Rafaela gets under it. And out number 1 on the grab.
Now batting, designated hitter, Anthony Santander.
Next is the designated hitter, Anthony Santander. In a spot like this, are you up there thinking to yourself, I'm trying to end the game?
Absolutely. It's been a long one. You're hungry, and you're ready to go home.
On the outside corner, and that's strike one.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
A one-run lead, and the home team trying to pull it out. That one ripped, but foul. Man at second. Swings and misses, struck him out. And they're down to their last out.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time, a little anxious.
So they're down to their final out. Now the Toronto four-hole hitter, George Springer, trying to deliver as the hero.
1-0.
In the dirt, blocked. Tag, save. He's into third on the wild pitch.
Even with a good secondary lead, sometimes it's hard to see just how far that ball's gotten away from the catcher. And if you can make it to third base pretty much standing up, well, that time he seemed to have a pretty good read, gets to third safely, and now he's just 90 feet away from scoring.
The tying run is 90 feet away. Next pitch, not close, up high. A little bit low.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Check swing, and he went. That is strike two.
Strike.
Chapman is just one strike away. Swing and a miss, and that's the ball game.
After 4 wins in a row, you start to think a little bit that you're on a roll, and that's the momentum that just takes on a life of its own. Players start hitting up and down the lineup. Never know who's going to come up with the big hit, who's going to come out of the bullpen and get the big outs, but it's a good feeling, and you want to extend it.
Close one here today, and your final 5-4. A one-run extra inning win for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.